Well, you just saw me with the new Bluetti HandsFree 2 backpack and power station. So something a little different. And that's one of the things I like about Bluetti, is that they try and do things different. They think outside of the box sometimes. So what is this? Well, it is a 60-liter capacity backpack that has a power station in it, and the power station is 512 watt hours. So it's not an insignificant power station. So basically this is going to be designed for the outdoorist, the adventurer, backpacker, hiker who wants to take gear, they want to take photography equipment, maybe drones, and be able to keep them powered. So there's a lot to go into on this thing. So I'm gonna run through the features here as best I can. On the front, we have a MOLLE system, lots of clips and things. One thing they even have is a solar panel that you can clip onto here and have it hang down while you're hiking, so you can recharge the battery while you're hiking. That's just absolutely crazy. You got a nice big pouch up on top, lots of storage there. You've got a pouch here, nice and deep. You got another pouch down here, and this one has some additional pockets in it, you know, pens, cables, things like that. I find really handy to put down there. You've got little hooks like here and here. You can add carabiners to put stuff on there. That's super handy. Then on the top, let's open up the top section here. This is great for like clothing, camping equipment. You got two big bags here, or actually three technically, two here, plus a zippered one here. You got two zippered ones on here. You got a strap, and then there's even an additional zipper here that will allow this to open like 3 times its actual size. So you can stuff a ton of clothing in here, maybe a small backpacking tent, something like that. A lot of storage. All right, let's move to the next section. We got a padded area here. I can slip my MacBook in here. Nice protection. We got these different panels in here that you can remove. That's about it. You can remove a panel if you want. This is one thing I wish they would have improved on here, is all of these surfaces need to be the Velcro cloth material so that the hook and loop on here can be put anywhere. So how do they know how I want this laid out? And for me, it's not perfect. You saw that in the opening video. I have the Avata 2 down here. It doesn't quite fit. If I could have just shifted these things over a ½ an inch, it would have been ideal for my purposes. But only being able to put them where they decided to put these, that's kind of a bummer for me. This needs to be cloth all the way around on every panel so that you can just move these pieces around as you see fit. Otherwise, great. It's got a TSA approved lock on the top. You can change the combination of that. Oh my gosh, so much to dig into on this thing. You got bags on the side for water bottles. Let's look at the back first. Very nice padded straps, nice padding on the back, a hip belt. You got some D-rings on here for things. And like I said, super comfortable. Even though fully loaded, this thing was pretty heavy, I got to admit, it still was comfortable to carry. You got a GoPro style mount in here, so you can just slide in a mount. I mean, they truly tried to think of an awful lot on this thing. Now, if we move to the sides here, you saw me open this up in the video. So notice this is vented and they're covered. So if rain is coming down, even blowing sideways, rain's not going to go in here, which is super nice. But here we have access to one side of the power station. We can plug it in to charge over AC, and we have our AC output on this side. We'll switch to the other side. Oh, let's see here. Again, the same venting system on here. And I'm just gonna pull that up out of the way. We have access to the front panel where we have our power, our AC switch, our DC switch, the USB-C 100 watt ports. Both of these are 100 watt. You have two USB-A's that are 15 watts and our solar panel input, which can go up to 45 volts. Yeah, 45 volts. So it can take up to 350 watts. I think this is perfect in conjunction with the Bluetti Charger 1 that we recently installed in the Jeep. I can just put this in the back of the Jeep, plug the Charger 1 into here, make sure I set it to that 45 volts. This thing is gonna charge super, super fast. Full charge, about 2 hours with the Charger 1. We're gonna take one more look at the top. Oh, in fact, I still have batteries in the top here. We can see that with the power supply installed, there's still quite a bit of room. I can pull up this panel and have access to the power station. I'm just gonna pull this guy out. There we go. Now this does use the Bluetti app, so you can monitor and control it. That's available on iOS and Android. You see, nice and clean. Venting is only on the front and the back. And this can be in any orientation. So something to keep in mind with power stations is this doesn't have to be vertical. So I can have it laying down in the back of the Jeep. I can have it standing up. It doesn't really matter. If I don't have it in the backpack, I could have it laid down so that I can stack stuff on top of it as long as my vents are open. So pretty nice. The AC output on this is 600 watts. So that's plenty for most applications. Charging time, refer to my notes here. AC charging to 80% is 45 minutes. 100% is 1.3 hours. Solar charging, like I mentioned, with the even with the Charger 1, about 2 hours. If you have it just plugged into a 12-volt outlet, like the cigarette lighter port on your vehicle, it's gonna take about 5.8 hours. So I definitely don't recommend that. Total weight is 16.5 pounds. And like other Bluetti products, comes with a 5-year warranty. It does use the Life Pro 4 battery. So good for thousands, 3,000, 4,000 charges before you start getting down into that like 80% capacity range. So this thing is gonna last you for years and years and years, probably well exceed the warranty on this thing, which is really nice. So what do I think? Well, for the right person, this is a really cool product. First off, I just like this power station. This thing is pretty cool. The single AC, that's all I've really ever needed when I'm out camping or overlanding or anything. The power that it can put in, 2 USB-C ports, that's nice for a small form factor like this. That's okay. On the bigger ones, I want more, I like 4, 6 USB-Cs. But here's one thing where I find a little weird. This is the HandsFree 2. There is a HandsFree 1, which is smaller. It's a smaller bag and a smaller power station. That one has a 12-volt port on it. This one, being a bigger, more powerful unit, does not. Now for me, I have to sleep with a CPAP machine. So for that, I need 12-volt power. So now, sure, I could use the AC adapter on here and just run it off the back, but that's not nearly as efficient as just running DC to DC through the 12-volt port. So I wish that would have been included on the front. And whether that be the cigarette lighter port or a mini Anderson plug or DC 5521s, anything just to give me 12-volt output on the front of this would have been absolutely ideal. So really, The only things that I would have liked to see changed on here are that. Give me 12-volt power on the front and give me the ability to move those partitions around inside the bag. And I think you would have an absolutely awesome, awesome product. But even as it is, I think it's really cool. Let's talk price. Of course, that's a big deal for a lot of people. The backpack with the power station is only $399. So that is a great price in and of itself. Now what's weird is you can buy the backpack by itself, but you cannot buy the power station by itself. I'm not sure why. I wish they would just sell this by itself. I think this unit by itself has a market. You can get the backpack plus the power station plus a 60-watt solar panel, which again, you can attach on the back here, have it hang down while you're hiking, if you're in the sun, or when you get to camp, just set it up, recharge stuff. So all this with a 60-watt solar panel is $499. If you move up to the PV120, which is a 120-watt solar panel, again, you get the backpack, you get this power station, and a 120-watt solar panel, $599. So I think that is really, really good pricing for this. So overall, I want to applaud Bluetti for thinking outside the box. Products like the Charger 1, the HandsFree 2, the X20, I think those are really cool, innovative products. A little fine tuning, and they're going to be absolutely awesome. So thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the links below for the Bluetti HandsFree 2 and our recent video on the X20. We have more products coming up to review, and I think you're going to like what Bluetti is doing out there. So thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there and fully charged, and we'll see you on the trails.